All right, it's 6:30. We'll start the meeting. We have two executives already on the agenda. Do we have a need to?
We need one more personnel.
Anybody have anything else?
Nope.
Any other need to amend the agenda?
One other thing for executive.
Okay, does it fall under legal, personnel, or contracts?
Personnel.
Okay,
So far,
all right,
make those we approve that.
okay. We have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
He's not used to that.
You know, I know.
I know, it's only with three of us. We're gonna, there's gonna be a lot more, getting involved here. Okay, anything of the meeting minutes of, so we have the town meeting minutes of March 3rd and then select board minutes of March 19th. Any
I have a
corrections?
Question on town meeting.
Yeah,
Shouldn't the record, whoever was submitting it, sign those?
They should, yes.
I did
Yeah.
Last year.
Huh?
Oh, you're lucky the
that
auditors
you?
didn't pick up
Yeah.
on that. They-
What do you? Yeah, you're supposed to.
I can fix it, so I sign it too.
Okay.
I only say that because I got called out by
Yeah.
Sullivan and Powers.
Yeah, they'll call you.
no, that's good. I didn't even catch that, so. That's okay. Anybody have anything else that they noticed needed to be changed? Okay. All right, town managers report.
Before I start the town manager's report, I got a thing in the mail today about open meeting law for boards and committees. If anybody's interested in signing up, it's Wednesday, April 16th from 10 to 11:30 a.m.
Is it
So,
Zoom?
If
If it's only an hour and a half, it must be.
I believe it is.
Okay, yeah.
I think I signed myself up for it
Alright.
when I saw it earlier. And it will be, it says if you can't make it, no problem. This will be recorded and available free and on demand on their website
Okay, cool.
too. So if for some reason,
Yeah, we should all really check it out. It's
Yeah,
important to.
and then I met with the fire department during their training session last Tuesday to go over the employee assistance program that's available to all town employees. Chief Hempel was afraid some of them weren't aware of their resources available to them.
Oh,
So
okay.
I let them know. Chad and I met with Ethan from Rutland Regional Planning Commission about transportation related projects. And he's going to assist us with the plan we need in order to get the final permit for the rapid blinking lights for the crosswalk at Kamuta's.
Thank goodness.
So, we actually had a very productive conversation with him, talked about a variety of things.
Sorry to interrupt you, but, did he make mention that he thought there'd be any difficulty with,
No,
with that permit?
So Teresa from the state had emailed me her entire conversations with Dave.
Okay,
And she's waiting for like a graphic approval, like we have to change a couple of things, like where some signposts are, because if somebody's in a wheelchair, you can't have the signpost more than 11 inches away from the sidewalk.
okay.
So it's kind of that logistics thing. And I'm not very good at like scratch art and trying to
Yeah.
manipulate a photo, so Ethan's gonna help us with that kind of thing, so that
Okay.
we can get it submitted. I attended the regional TAC meeting, and the big thing they discussed about was Marble Valley Regional Transportation or the bus. And how some people were confused that there's the Vermont Transporter too,
Right,
and where
yeah.
they stop. They are going to be redoing all of the signs for all of the bus stops, so that people are aware of where they are. They also have reconfigured their city routes from 5 down to 4, and it had a less than 2.5% impact on their ridership by
Oh, okay.
changing them the way they did. But it stopped some redundancy, so it wasn't like red line and blue line weren't crossing anymore kind of
I think
thing.
at town meeting, we had some people weren't aware that the bus even stopped.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
so they are gonna be working on that, and they said they're also going to be working on, like having the bus stops, some of them actually have a bench for people to sit on. Or a tree to be able to stand
We
under
should
for
have them
shade,
here in town, because where they do stop, there's no place, they have to stand the whole time.
so,
That's not a bad idea.
So
But
they're-
potentially it costs a lot.
especially since people from Maple Manor.
Yeah, and they do walk
Take the
up and use
bus.
it. I've
Sure.
seen some of the older folks standing there.
So they're working on it as part of their plan. And then they're gonna start in the city and then build out from the towns. It's gonna be over 5 years, but I'm sure if towns wanna jump in and do something,
I'm sure they
they'd be
don't.
more than willing to have them.
Probably grants too.
There may be.
Oh, I'm sure there is,
Um,
yeah.
there's been a sewer line break found on Route 7. After a resident came in, they had snaked their personal line and got it all the way to the main line. We are going to have Markowski's assist with the repair because that sewer line's down approximately 9 feet. And we're waiting for when Green Mountain Power is available because they have to hold the telephone poles in place where we have to dig.
Oh,
So in the next week or two, you may be seeing digging along Route 7 for the sewer line, just to forewarn people.
okay.
I attended the planning commission meeting on March 27th. Their next meeting will be April 24th. They're gonna start at 6:30 instead of 7. And they would like to make sure the public is aware that these meetings are open to the public and public input and comment is welcome. I did put the enhanced energy plan up on the town's website. It's under the featured section and in, I think, planning commissioner zoning. So that people can take a look at it, provide feedback if they would like.
Mhm.
We had the bid opening for the paving for fiscal year 2026. Details are gonna be discussed further in the agenda. Delinquent billing has gone out. I highly encourage people to do repayment agreements. It saves me writing on a lot of statements.
Yep.
Consumer confidence reports for water customers are in the process of being mailed out. I have about half of them done so far. The other half will be going out tomorrow, and it's just to notify customers of the quality of Pittsford water, which we have actually really good quality water according to reports.
Yeah.
And we are working on interim water meters. I met with Silhouette to go over our server issues, both police department and town office related today. We are going to hold off for about a year on any more major changes in the technology in the building due to personnel shifting and everything.
Mhm.
We are gonna be replacing 5 computers that are no longer upgradable, that need to be upgraded. But other than that, this side of the building is gonna be good. This side of the building needs some work and it'll be talked about further in the agenda.
Okay.
When are they replacing the 5? Sooner than the year or?
So, yeah, the 5 will be replaced, probably between now and October. But a lot of them are gonna be simple swap outs.
Mhm.
One of them, they're gonna try to roll and use for the public access computer in the town clerk's office. That one needs to be replaced. It can't be updated anymore and it's really slow. So we're gonna probably take and refurb one of the other ones that's being removed and then put that one in that one's place. RHR has come up with next year's contract. I gave it to you all. RHR is our auditing firm. We're gonna have to make a decision within a month, what we wanna do there. I did reach out to our previous auditors without a response. And I know that the town clerks around have been talking about how hard it is to get an auditor, keep an auditor, and get your reports in a timely manner. I did provide to all of you the letters from RHR explaining some of their issues that they've had in the last year, and then what the contract looks like for this year. And Regional Planning Commission sent out the contract for the road erosion inventory. We actually have a Better Roads grant for that. It's something that we have to do periodically to satisfy requirements for Better Roads grants in the future. We have to have the road inventory up to date. So Regional Planning Commission, along with our highway crew, will be working on that. And Chad has approached me about possibly selling the F-550 pickup truck now that we have one that will be coming on in the fall. He doesn't need it as a spare anymore. So, we'd kind of like to put an RF or
Get rid
request
of
for
it.
bids to get rid of it. But I just wanted to check with you guys before I just
Yeah.
put it out there to be sold.
Don't have to look with that website too.
The gov.
The state one?
bids,
Yeah,
Go
Yeah.
bids or.
Yeah.
yeah.
Bid.gov or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, anybody have any questions for Ann on any of that?
There was some talk about the speed limit on Elm.
That's a project that we're gonna be working with TAC. Or with the Regional Planning Commission, Ethan from Regional. He's got some ideas on Elm. He's gonna see if he can get grants so that I can bring the proposals to you.
Right. Any select board member remarks?
I spoke to Ann this past week about parking along Route 7 in the village.
Oh, boy.
And, well, I think there's a remedy to that.
Okay.
Years back, that used to be posted. No parking this side of the street, and for some reason, the state took them down.
Huh.
And she's going to see about getting those signs put back up, because they're still parking. on the
No, I know.
sidewalk.
I walk a lot and I
And
noticed,
it's, you know, they're ruining that sidewalk. That's what's gonna happen.
yeah.
When that summer heat gets there, and they, you know,
Well, I've noticed that I know one house in particular, I know they've been talked to a few times.
yeah.
They are now, they've kind of like moved from the sidewalk to now the edge of it, which is almost worse, cause it's just gonna.
Plus,
gonna break
then
all
they
that.
do park so close to Route 7 that they're a foot away from the travel
Yeah.
portion of the highway. They're
Yeah.
right on top of it, so it's.
And everyone
bad
has
situation.
driveways there, so I'm not sure what
Yeah,
the
there's
deal is,
driveways there, park in your own driveway across the street.
right? But yeah, no, that is an issue that we should address.
Oh, you know.
All right, thanks.
Good.
Okay, any public comment? No? Okay, old business, police cruiser and body cameras.
So in front of you is a very thick packet from Motorola. We have not received the new pricing yet. This will be a starting point. We believe this will be the high cost that is in front of you. And
It is a very high cost.
it is a very, very high cost.
Oh, yeah. Nothing cheap about it.
Where I had an in-depth conversation with Silhouette today. We're having problems because the drives that hold all of our camera data are completely full. So we're going to have to buy a NAS, which is basically a box that holds data.
Okay,
That's why I'm telling you.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause I was like, I don't know what that is.
alright,
And we're going to have to, shift all of the camera stuff to that. That'll buy us a little bit of time, but we also have cameras that are failing rapidly. One of our cruiser cameras is no longer downloadable. And we have two body cameras that we're starting to struggle with. And I know the price tag is great, and I know it will be spread out over 5 years. We're trying to find out if our cheaper option is for Motorola to upload all of the images that we have, all the videos we have to the cloud,
mhm,
or long-term, keep them on the NAS so that we have them in-house in hand. The problem is the software is no longer,
They can become public
Managed.
records, correct?
what?
So those can be public records, so we have to have access to
So
them.
we have to have access to them, and whether they're in the cloud or in our hand.
Yeah.
For now, we're thinking it's gonna be cheaper for us for the short-term solution, because not everything can be uploaded to the cloud right away. And Motorola's last quote to upload everything to the cloud was gonna be $4,800 minimum. I can buy a NAS system for under $2,000. And then, once we figure out the camera issue and what we wanna do with that, that can always be used as a backup to the server, so we have it, it could be a dual
Either
use
way.
kind of thing.
Mhm.
For now, it's gonna need to be camera support.
right,
But sooner rather than later, I was hoping we could wait until grants come out for body cameras, but we don't
Yeah.
know when and if they are gonna be coming out this fall. And then once you have the cycle of waiting to see, so we need to start having the conversation at least that this is a high ticket item.
Mhm.
The only
It's an
good thing
important
is,
issue, too.
it's an important issue, and
it is,
this year we have, Belden income that's not necessarily tagged for anything. So the revenues from the Belden contract could help pay for that first year, which would be, our fiscal year 26. And then we're gonna have to budget for it going forward.
Right.
And the first year is the biggest expense year.
Is there any warranty information in here?
So they're good, yes. So the cameras are warranted.
Yeah.
And if anything's to happen to them within the 5 years, depending on the age of them, they're either gonna get a brand new one or a refurb kind of thing. And I believe after 3 years, they may get new cameras. Like, it's on a cycle
oh,
kind of thing. We did try, going with a different company. Unfortunately, it's very, very hard to go to a different company. And the one company we had lengthy discussions with, we would pretty much be their guinea pigs in Vermont.
oh,
They don't
No,
they
no.
don't have body cameras and cruiser cameras in Vermont. They have them in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and New York, but not in Vermont yet.
Hmm.
And it. Sometimes I don't mind being the person that tries new things with this and with safety at hand.
Yeah.
Bill and I both,
Does the state have contracts with these people or something like
I was
that?
gonna ask it.
You know, that,
The
they
state-
do like cruises,
state
they buy
police.
cruises with state bids. I wonder if
they
they
don't.
don't.
And Motorola is pretty much what everybody in the state apparently is using
Oh,
according
they
to
do.
Bill.
Yeah.
And it's almost like it's a monopoly. There are some telecommunications companies that are trying to get into it. But again, with some of that stuff, if you're relying on Wi-Fi and internet connections, you get on the back roads and you're not gonna have the signal that you need. And that's part of our concern with going with the other bid we had.
Getting back to the access to those films, doesn't that require a subpoena? There's privacy
No, there's-
concerns there, isn't there?
No, that's a right to know type thing. They come in and do
State's attorneys request them all the time,
yeah,
State's attorneys, but general public?
even though.
to a certain
Committed
extent.
to Freedom of
Yeah,
Information
It's a
Act.
freedom
Snack,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you're involved in a situation, they can come in and pull those records.
On the other end though, does that box thing, does it satisfy legal requirements for privacy of any, or?
It's basically just like another server. It's just a
Okay.
smaller version of a server.
Okay,
This one, once it's filled, we'd like to either put it in like the basement vault here or lock it up in a secure area so that if, God forbid, this place went up in smoke, it would be protected, cause
Yeah,
the server
okay.
right now is just in the closet. It's in the closet, in the closet.
yeah,
So-
okay.
Closet. You build that closet?
You told me to build that.
I got long memory.
Well, maybe should we put this on the agenda for next meeting when we have hopefully a full board? Because it's something we have to move forward with, so really the only discussion to have is where we're gonna, where we're getting the money pieces.
Yeah.
Right, and
Table to
we
next
can,
week.
Yeah.
we can hold off a little bit, but I wanted to start giving you guys numbers and make it's gonna start becoming a priority.
Yeah, no, absolutely, it's important. All right, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, and continued conversation on public nudity ordinance. So this was, Anne updated the language to, be more Pittsford specific. I don't know if everyone had a chance to look it over.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. So again, this is, language that's already in other ordinances,
No,
or at least one other. Do we know, did we look to see how many in Vermont exist?
It's pretty much that one.
Oh, really?
Is it?
According to WCAX.
It's been all over the news.
About Pittsburgh?
No.
Oh,
No,
cause they did come here, and so I looked, anyways, yeah. Yeah, no, I know Brattleboro had been in the news off and on over the years around this.
Yes.
But.
They were the only ones that I found with anything
Yeah.
related to public nudity.
Yeah.
Can somebody back me up on what the impetus behind this?
Yeah,
was?
there's been a long, so there's been, well, at least two neighbors of a person on Furnace Road that have been complaining about this for years.
And,
That's basically it.
and if you go to other parts of town, I've heard of 3 different individuals
the-
that have been nude or nearly nude in town.
So this isn't because of complaints about breastfeeding.
Oh, God, no, that's
No,
why
no,
that's
okay.
specifically in
No,
there, so
that's in
people
so-
cannot use
that. yeah,
nudity
I
for
think
that,
that's.
cause that would be ridiculous.
That's a Vermont law anyway.
Oh, yeah,
You can't, yeah,
Can't
not
discriminate.
mess
And it
with
says right in here, a
breastfeeding.
woman breastfeeding,
yeah, that's, you're
And it-
right, it's federal.
right under section 2 definitions under nudity, a
Correct.
woman breastfeeding her child irrespective of whether her breast is covered shall not be considered in a state of
Right.
nudity.
No,
Right, yeah, that's,
it's kind of a natural thing.
so no, and then, so I guess, we had, where this is happening is,
Private property?
well. Yes and no,
It's
I've heard
on the
it's
street.
spilled out into the sidewalk,
Been on the sidewalks, yeah.
so. Yeah, there's nothing we can do if
your
somebody's
own
on their own
backyard.
on their own property, but if they're. now in a town right away where they could be seen, that's a whole nother situation. So, yeah,
We get a little, like, public hearing on this, right?
we'd have to.
No, you just
No.
have to approve it and
Approve
then
it, and
it's a 60-day waiting period.
somebody wants to
And
challenge.
somebody wants to challenge it,
Yeah,
they can. Yeah, we're about halfway through on the ATV ordinance. I've had people come in and grab copies of it, but
So we just.
No,
do
we haven't
this
had-
tonight.
yes.
if
I'll
you
make
wanted to
motion.
wait for full board to be,
Yeah,
You wanna wait for full board on this one?
I think for an ordinance, that would just
Yeah,
be,
probably.
you know. We'll just
Let's
have to
table
make
it
sure
for-
they know that if we're gonna do it next meeting, so if any, you know, if they can't make it next
Then
meeting
we'll do
either,
it.
then we'll move forward, but.
Table till next week.
Those give everyone a chance to really read over this thoroughly and, you know. And this, did Gary have a chance to look
Yes.
at it? Okay, good.
He said, he called me, he says, I have absolutely no problem with it. He's like, but I gotta ask for it.
What?
Oh, that's right, you did. That's right. All right, so is everybody just, yeah, I think waiting till we have a full board would be a good idea, so we'll make sure this is next week. Okay, all right, and then, one of my favorite topics, covered bridge week, which starts on August 2nd, which is Pittsburgh Day. So I know we started discussing last meeting about, the possible banner purchase, and Ann did look into the
So-
details on that.
I went down to Winning Image and a 3-foot high by 10-foot long banner would be $240, graphics included. And that would be a QR code of whatever we wanted on it.
What was that
That's
size
what
again?
we're Talking about putting it in the village green. but-
Yep, that's the
yeah.
one we're talking about. Yep, and you know, we could say, we've got you covered, scan here for map,
Locations. and that.
location of our bridges, and then the QR code to the side of it.
Say
240 or 280. 240,
And what was the size?
10-foot by 3-foot.
And then how does the QR code work? Do we, like,
So
It's-
Liz Alvarado's been working with, a girl with graphics and stuff, and she has the ability to make those QR codes.
yeah,
So we would take a map of Pittsburgh, dot out where the maps are, and so when somebody scans the QR code with their phone, it would direct them right to the map online.
okay, cool, yeah, I just didn't know
So-
like what, how, yeah, how the information worked.
Yep.
That was put in, yeah.
Yep, and then we can also have maps at Pittsburgh Day
Yeah,
to hand out,
right,
and the covered bridge people.
yeah,
And have them maybe at the local stores too.
Yep,
I know.
you know,
they'd be
keys.
willing.
On the website.
Steven, we get it, I think the Historical Society should get involved in that too, no?
Oh, yeah.
Peter Cosgrove is gonna be talking about covered bridges at the annual meeting,
Oh,
so, yeah, but. I'll
yeah, I know, I haven't been
Sounds
able
like
to be in on a Tuesday,
Yeah.
so, I haven't kept up with you guys, but
when's
that
your
would
annual
be,
meeting, Steve?
October something or other, I forget the date.
so that'll be after.
That's
It'll be after
Pittsburgh
the
Day,
after
but-
covered bridge week, but it'll
But
be
yeah.
still.
Still
Yeah.
a hot topic.
I know, so not only do we have 4 covered bridges, 3.5 if you consider that Proctor owns half of Gorham. Yeah, and then, so Nicholas Powers, who, of the covered bridge builders, who lived in Pittsburgh? Just,
He-
was it just
he was
Nicholas
from
Powers?
Clarendon. He was from Clarendon, but then he did live in Pittsburgh.
He did, no, he ended his days in Clarendon, I know
Okay,
that, yeah.
okay. And that marker, by the way, is gonna, they emailed me from Preservation.
Yep,
That should be in the next couple of weeks.
Oh,
So
okay,
I've
cool.
just been waiting to hear if they need to utilize our town crew for that. So
yeah.
I let.
Yep,
Dan
I've
know about it.
followed this.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
CC'd, I was just waiting for a final answer.
Yeah, exactly. That's a
Chad
big
looks a little
deal.
confused.
We should really have some kind of.
I'll learn when the time comes.
I was waiting to find out if I needed you or not.
Wait, what are you gonna learn about?
Whether he has to install a sign or not.
I went back on my emails and saw that she had asked about that if they need some help, but. she
Yeah.
didn't mention it in the email she sent to me.
Beth?
No,
No.
this was,
Oh, this is a woman for a historical
Yeah.
marker.
we were dealing with
Oh.
Laura Treichman, and
Okay.
then there's another woman that. emailed
right,
me.
okay.
They're from preservation,
Okay, yeah, all right.
so, but there should be some kind of,
Collaboration for sure, and then so
Yeah,
Beth Brown from the
yeah.
Covered Bridge Society, and then of course our Historical Society has a lot of information on the bridges, and
oh,
then,
yeah.
yeah, Peter Cosgrove that lives right here in town has
Yep.
done tremendous photographs of our covered bridges and done, you know, sold these really beautiful collage pieces with them. Yeah, we have a lot of
And
stuff
the
that we
jigsaw
can,
puzzle.
what was, oh, yeah, right, and one's a jigsaw puzzle. So we have a lot of cool stuff that we could pull together, which in August will happen before we know it, so. If anyone has ideas, just throw them out. Well,
I think we have the most covered bridges of any town, don't we?
Third.
no, we're up there, but, Lindenville,
Lindenville has 5, I think.
and then,
Somebody had more than that.
yeah, but yeah, we're up there. Yep,
We
And then
had 5 at one time.
yeah,
And then we also need to
Mhm.
decide if we're gonna buy the 4 banners for the 4 bridges from
Yeah,
the
from the
covered
state,
bridge.
yeah. Well, but I thought we would for each bridge.
We didn't
We
vote on
didn't
it.
vote on it?
oh, yeah, I
Sure.
think,
Yeah.
yeah, this is gonna be a big
Yeah.
deal for Pittsford.
Okay, so we want 4 of them.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Do you need a motion for that?
I'll make a motion
Might
by
well.
banners.
I
Each
second it.
bridge.
All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye,
There, hopefully.
awesome. Yeah, I know, I'm excited about
The big one, the
I was just gonna
240.
say, does that
So the-
include Ian?
That includes
No,
the,
that doesn't.
it
include-
does, yes, it does. I put it in my. motion.
Changed your motion?
yeah, that doesn't change my vote, so change yours, we're good?
No, we're good.
Yeah, I know, this is exciting. All right, anything else on covered bridges before we move on? Chad, we'll let you know when we need those banners hung up.
We're gonna have to get a lift truck here pretty soon.
I know. Put that on your wish list.
It already is.
It's been on his wish
It's been on
list.
All
Along with
right,
the excavator.
yeah,
Well, that was kind of somebody else's, but actually tonight I should proceed with that, cause I got the right. But
Yeah.
anyways, but no, actually, I would prefer the bucket truck, a lot more done with that.
Yeah.
okay. Keep that in mind.
You brought it
The
up.
first
I
I
did,
heard about
I
the
did.
bucket truck.
All right, zoning administrator alternate discussion. I
Can we
think
hold, can we hold off on that until next meeting because ZBA meets Monday and I haven't met with them yet.
yeah, okay, nope, that's fine to me.
Okay.
Then we got three things on our agenda for next,
Yeah.
next meeting already.
Just cut and paste. it's all good.
That's what I do.
Animal control officer vacancy appointment.
So Chief Warfel came to me and asked if the second animal control officer could be the police department at large, because they've been backing up Rich as it is, if he's working his other full-time job. And he'd rather keep it within the police force because they can easily write the tickets and
Yeah,
keep,
makes
have it
sense.
enforceable. So he's
Yeah.
asked if they could be the alternate
Mhm.
animal control
Sure.
officer.
And we didn't get any other responses anyway, did we, or did we?
We had someone that was interested and then I think the more they learned about it,
They
the
decided.
Yeah. Okay.
that it wouldn't be suitable.
Do we need a motion to do that? I think we do.
Might as
I
well.
make a motion that we appoint the Powell Police Officer, our department as alternate animal control officers.
I'll second that. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Right.
Aye.
Has Chief had any more? Probably new business. Well, it's on the same line. At one point I looked into. An animal holding pen to put either behind the garage or inside the garage. That could be folded up. We had one incident, I
Oh.
think, where
Yeah.
the Humane Society couldn't take an animal.
That's not a bad idea.
I haven't heard any more about it, but I think that'd
I
be a
don't think
great
Dave
idea.
ever went any further with it.
I don't think it.
Yeah,
went
maybe
any
bring it up
further.
again with them, because yeah, we did discuss that before and it seems like a good idea.
Yeah,
They can't be that expensive with. kids
No, I was-
dancing.
I can't remember. Christie found it. $600 or something, but it was collapsible.
Yeah,
So
we can.
and covered.
Yeah,
I think that would also be a reach out to Gary question to see what our liability would be. If we did take an animal into custody, had it on our property.
I will find out and I will get back to you.
Straight dog.
Yeah,
Mhm.
all right, new business, rec committee.
So Liz was gonna be here tonight, but she's really not feeling well and I told her to please keep her germs at home.
Yes.
Thank you.
God's next meeting.
No, she gave,
Oh,
I
she-
have all the
oh, okay.
information, so we can
Okay.
move forward. It's not next
Alright.
meeting. She did meet with the rec committee and they all agreed that they don't see a purpose for the rec committee anymore. They said that they feel that Liz is doing an amazing job. At the point when the rec committee was started, it was when the rec area was starting up and a lot of volunteers were needed and a lot of planning and that kind of thing. Now the
Mhm.
rec area is the rec area and it's pretty much sustaining with Liz and Joe's. They did like the suggestion of a volunteer committee instead. So they said maybe instead of a rec committee, Liz should be looking for a volunteer committee to
Mm.
have a pool of people that she could call up if she had a project coming up where she needed volunteers. But they did not feel that a rec committee to guide Liz with her operations was necessary.
I think there's something I need to discuss in executive session before we make any decisions
Alright.
on this, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'd also be hesitant to, yeah, we can discuss it, but I'd be hesitant to like abolish it
Yeah.
altogether.
Yeah.
Cause then it would be difficult to get it, I think, back.
To get something
It's
restarted.
one thing if we just leave it unfilled for now, but we can continue that.
I think they just need some guidance and how to work with Liz.
Yeah.
So is that another table?
For now.
Boy, it's like the three of us can't get anything done.
I know, what's the matter with this bunch here?
The Lake group. Try to get out of here.
All right, so paving bid results for Plains Road, we did have two bids.
Yep.
Yep.
The usual.
Yeah.
And is there
There's,
a math discrepancy as far as like, these,
Yeah,
this
there-
wasn't
I have-
necessarily apples to apples?
No, there isn't, yeah.
it,
I have
there's not
questions
apples
on
to apples, so what happened was, and Chad can fill in here if I get something wrong. Wilkes went with Chad and viewed all of the roads and did some measurements. A couple of our road measurements were off, so their tonnage is higher than Pike's.
that.
Okay.
That's why I questioned the tonnage.
Yep.
There is a.
So that's
Discrepancy.
part of the discrepancy is they actually went and measured the roads with Chad.
Okay,
And also found out exactly what Chad wanted, like the start finish spots and everything. Pikes did not do that. Pikes is more per ton than Wilkes. It looks like Wilkes is more, but it's based on, was it Brookside Drive?
Yeah,
Brookside Drive, we had put on the bid that it was 0.11 miles. It was actually further 300 more feet. So that's why the tonnage is much higher for Wilkes, because they included that 300 more feet. Whereas Pikes went by what the bid was for 0.11 miles.
made that adjustment, adding like to equal that amount, the totals were much closer.
okay,
Total dollar.
For this.
Yeah. And Furnace Road was the same thing. Furnace Road, they rode with Chad. And Pikes did not. So that's the other one that has a 101 ton difference.
Whichever one.
Yes,
Wilkes is, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Wilkes is 83,
Yeah. and there's
Pikes is 84, 84.
so They would take the lowest bid.
Yeah,
Lowest bid per ton.
per ton, yes.
And Wilkes did email today that they did recheck their measurements on Brookside Drive and Furnace. And, you know, this is based on the actual driving of it.
okay. Is that a motion?
So Wilkes is less. per ton.
Yeah, they're 83.
Yeah.
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 I thought you said that.
No, we give them the bid, they're lowest per ton. That's my motion, award the bid to them.
Alright, I'll second that. Was there any
Nope.
further discussion?
I just thought that, Tommy had said that, Pike was the lower per ton.
No,
Misunderstood.
No, yeah, okay, no, so Wilkes.
it's a little.
Mhm.
Alright, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Transfer station compactor potential sale.
So Chad brought to my attention that we have a trash compactor. That looks like, well, it looked like this when we bought it.
What does it look like now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's all rusted up and busted up or no?
It's actually, it's in good condition. We don't see the need for the town to hold on to it. We're not in charge of the transfer station for at least 5 years.
Yeah,
But what if something happened and we needed it? How much does that thing cost? I mean, right now it's not costing us a dime to sit there.
When was it purchased?
2004, according to the back of the pictures.
2004.
Huh.
Do we know how much we paid for it then? No, I guess it's almost irrelevant if it's a 20-year-old.
Depreciation's done.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
I don't know.
Need to replace it.
Well, that's, I know.
Needed it. It's like, well,
Well, that's worth considering.
It was still working, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Would they,
I'm surprised they don't want to use it.
They don't have big containers to hook on.
Cause they
But
they
they'll
truck
have
their
this,
own.
No, they would have to have a truck like the sellers.
like,
those
to
kind of
sell us to do it. I don't know, you can put it out there, see what you got for bids, you don't have to accept them, right?
We can put,
You could see what's worse, and
yeah,
at that point, we decide whether we want to sell it or keep it, I guess.
Yeah, that works for me.
who'd we buy it from?
I don't know because this envelope
Yeah,
says
they'll
it's from the Rutland Daily Herald.
Is that looking a little?
Tech Systems Transfer Atlantic Leasing Company, Dover, New Hampshire is the sticker on the top, on the front of the catalog.
Let's give them a call.
Yeah, see,
They're still in business.
I
That looks
mean-
pretty old.
Maybe they could,
This number is no longer in service.
well, they
Well, I just didn't wanna sell something without.
might tell you, if anything, he might tell you what it's worth.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
You know,
Give me an idea what it's
yeah,
worth.
an idea.
yeah, let's look into
They
that.
might consign and sale
Yeah.
it for us too.
All right, well, I don't think we need a vote on that.
No, just, she can go ahead and
Yeah.
check it out.
All right, no camping and no overnight parking sign locations.
So I received the letter about General Assistance Emergency Housing Program informational notice. And I shared it with Chief, letting him know that we had potentially a large number of homeless people that may be evicted from the hotels. Some of them now will be staying there. However, in the Rutland District Office, there are 95 households, 133 adults and 62 children, according to this press release informational notice. So we said, some people are gonna try to camp in their cars. And we would like to have no camping, no overnight signage. The potential locations would be the Gorham Bridge fishing access, the ice caves or the ice caves parking area, if there was one, the rec area, the pull-off across from Smith Pond, Kendrick Dam, and potentially the rec trail heads. Just so that people are not trying to park overnight and camp in their vehicles in these locations. Those were the locations that Chief came up with
For signs?
for signs that would say no camping, no overnight parking.
Or if we should add, there's no camping on any town-owned property. We've had a couple instances out here at the haunted house where people during the summer.
Oh,
set
yeah?
up Camp, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
So, yeah, that was quite a sight, so
Huh,
that definitely should be addressed,
okay.
because that could happen again with what's going on.
Also by near your road too.
Yeah.
on that pole.
And that.
Oh, that's
pull
the-
off,
that's
yeah,
the
where's
Kendrick Dam. That's on that list,
on
yeah.
that, Yeah.
So the Rutland district is the highest.
Well, yeah, we've
Yes.
Oh,
been
yeah.
consistently for the last 5 years.
I went by that motel on Woodstock Avenue the other day, and there wasn't a car parked there, and usually it's 4 cars. Well, they must all been kicked out.
what about people that are living in campers on private property, like during the winter?
I mean, we've kind of had some
It-
situations come up like that, but it's
It
like
all
a whole
depends on the
different
property, yeah.
situation.
You know,
If it, by my understanding from the health officer point of view, if there's running water, something is happening with the sewer other than dumping it
Right.
on public land, and there's heat source, you can't really
they
kick
do
them
have
off.
purposes, they take it. Dump 'em.
Okay, but if they're
I
not
think there's
connected
something
to
in
the
the zoning
sewer,
regulations
Is it?
about that because.
It becomes a sticky
place
situation.
might be,
We can't tell, if it's a homeowner property, you can't tell a homeowner how to live on their
they
property.
can do
it's a
Damn
health
right,
concern
remember
now if the sewage is going.
Yeah, but some of those
Well,
campers, they
that's-
have things that they put under the camper and they dump the sewage in there and they take it to the.
Right, but in the winter, all
Right.
that's gonna freeze up, all the pipes, it's just.
A lot of the
Oh,
campers now
they
have
have heated-
Alaska packages
Yeah.
where the
Oh,
tanks
okay.
are
Yeah, the tanks are
insulated,
insulated.
but still it's not.
It's not a best
It's not
situation.
ideal, but you
No.
can't tell somebody how to live.
Well, when John and
Well-
I were listers, what we ended up doing is we started putting them on the books. If you're gonna do that, then you're gonna pay for it, cause it's an extra unit, especially if you have water and sewer.
No, that
So-
is a good way to actually address maybe some of the, we haven't had a lot of concerns, thank
I know
goodness, but there's,
some of the other towns aren't. What you say is right, but they're not pushing regulations on them because apartments and houses are so hard to find to
They're not
rent.
available, well.
And there's some new law now with ancillary apartments and houses where the towns can't deny it. For, I think it's up to 25 or 30% of the size of the building.
Yeah, if there's sewer and water.
Well, septic or,
Yeah.
well, and septic too, but I think if you're adding bedrooms, it changes your septic permit. But, you know, it's tough.
you know,
So, I've seen a few situations where I can't believe people are living in these campers. They've got them
Especially
hay
when you have
bales
kids.
stacked up to the windows.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there was one on Route 7 yesterday, right there at the pull-out, just beyond the town line.
Yeah.
On that corner by Mark's.
Yeah.
Place.
Yeah.
Was there again? Was
Been
there
a
again
few there.
yesterday?
That's been there on, yeah, on and off
Off
for
and
quite a
on
while.
for a Couple of years now,
Yeah.
off and on. They're still living in it. Well, what do people do? So that's the only place they got to live. It's pretty tough.
I know there was an incident off Elm Street beside my property where they were living in a camper. And,
On Elm
I had a few
Street?
questions about it.
Huh,
And they were running their sewer right out into the swamp,
Oh, boy, yeah.
or septic rather.
That's what they were doing on Salisbury Flats.
Yeah, yeah, they were. Yep.
gross,
Gone now, but
yeah.
I don't know what we can do about it at this level.
All we can do is, I guess, put up the
Put up the
signs
signs
and,
and-
yeah.
See if it works.
Can anybody think of anything to add to that list?
I'd hate to see anybody at the wreck, but
Yeah.
Was Cooley.
Cooley Bridge
Yeah.
Bluff was, well, that's a trailhead.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
that's
considered a
right.
trailhead, I believe,
The
so.
other
Yeah.
pull offs on, you know,
you got Gorham Bridge, Cooley.
further down. Those two.
Right by the bridge, those are technically both,
No,
No.
no, the other farther down there. Where, floods
There's
right in the
also
floor.
part of the-
oh,
Yeah,
right
down
across
there.
from your property, I think he's
Yeah.
talking about.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, those pull off.
Yeah,
There's a pull off there, yeah.
in dry season.
I know the state's put a lot on their rest, no overnight camping. You know, the state does it all over
Right.
the place.
Yeah,
Any rest area, you can't stay all night.
So legally to enforce it, do we have to have a physical sign at each of those locations?
Mhm.
yes.
It's unfortunate, it's gonna litter
Yeah.
up the place.
Oh, yeah.
And cost the town.
I know.
What do we do?
I don't know.
Wait until we start having a problem and then do it, or I
I
think
don't know.
we
I mean,
probably
we
should
can't-
do
Part
the
of
important ones.
I feel like we need to be proactive now so that we're ahead of it, because
If it, yeah. if you
once
don't,
the snowball starts rolling down the hill, it's gonna be really hard to stop it.
Yep.
So we had this discussion once before, I think right after COVID stopped and a bunch of people came out of the hotels, but we didn't put up signs. We
No, we,
just,
Is there a town ordinance against it?
We don't have any camping ordinance, and many towns around us do not either. I found one in Middlebury. Their camping situation is a little unique up there. And the ordinance was just passed not that long ago. They actually have a partnership with a nonprofit to help the homeless. So that's encapsulated in their ordinance, so it's not one that we could really adopt here. But I did look around at surrounding towns to see who had what. If you wanna go as far as Brattleboro had one and then they repealed it. I'm not sure why they repealed it. Yeah, I know. That could definitely be it. But I can continue looking. I've looked at some of the major towns and cities trying to find.
Do we need an ordinance in order to place the signs?
We may need to have
I don't
a,
know what to look at. I
you
don't,
can place a sign without an ordinance, I believe, but the problem is enforcing it in
enforce it
court
would be the problem.
is when we're going to need, so we could do a signs ordinance. We had one before that listed like where every stop yield and whatever sign, no parking signs, and they were all listed out to help if it went to court,
Goes to
they
court.
have it. So I could look at that one, update it, and we could add in the no camping, no overnight parking signage to that ordinance and update that ordinance. It's one of the very few that has not been updated since I started
Why
here.
don't we-
Yeah,
why
let's
don't we
do
look at
that.
We should.
before we start throwing up a bunch of
Yeah.
signs, let's do that. I know, I would like to be proactive in the situation, but that's a lot of signs to throw up, throw up and. I mean, we've discussed before.
Well, if
think
we
have too
have an
much signs
ordinance,
already in
I
town.
know,
If we have an ordinance without signs, at least the
at
police
least you
can.
got some teeth, yeah,
Sure,
you got
right.
teeth in it.
And I'll keep looking for a camping
Okay,
policy or ordinance for other
Okay.
towns.
all right, thank you. Okay, all right, Otter Creek Watershed Insect Control District potential amendment to agreement. Are you here to discuss that with us, Stephen?
Well, if Mary Ann has shared the documents. with
Yeah.
you,
We have seen them.
This is again part of the fallout of the Salisbury seesaw. And so. What, at our last meeting, Doug Perkins had written out and, there were some procedural issues because of when the language was born. But we had eventually ended up adopting a somewhat longer paragraph, for the Article 5 finances, just to replace the whole thing, and it lays out a bit more specifically when and how towns should be paying. It also makes a provision for if towns vote at the town meeting, which comes after, later on, then our budget gets amended
Do
to
that,
reflect the will of the townspeople, which seems,
logical.
by and large, that's a very harmless, well, or useful kind of thing. So the question is, can you live with this? And if so, can you?
mean, I'm okay with it. Did everyone have
fine
any
with it.
questions
This is
about
something
it?
we've gotta adopt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The board has adopted it, and then it goes back to the select boards,
Yeah.
because the agreement is actually between all the select boards.
Right.
And so we need a 2/3 majority of the select boards to approve it as well.
We're approving Article 5, is that what we're doing?
I think it's the
Approving the
whole thing.
amended
The whole
version of
thing?
Article 5, yeah.
I'll make a motion to
Amended
approve it.
Article 5.
I'll second that.
all right, any further questions, discussions? All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you very
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, Steve.
We'll report this at our next meeting, and I'll
Yeah.
get back to Ann with, as soon, basically, as soon as 2/3 of the towns vote yes, then, you know, Salisbury voted yes even before the meeting.
Did they?
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, because Jonathan Blake had gotten hold of the text and shared it with their select board, so,
Okay,
so we're sort of moving it ahead of.
yeah. Well, and I just want to say thank you too,
Yeah,
because you've
thank you.
been a
You've
great
done a-
rep
yes.
for the mosquito board for us, and
Yep.
it's been a tumultuous board, to say the least, at times, so
It's
we
been
really
so
appreciate
easy,
your
so,
work.
Yeah. But,
I-
thank you very much.
Probably
I bet
time-
this is,
Times you're pulling
it's
your
an
hair out,
honor
right?
to be representing Pittsford as well, I would say,
Yeah.
so thank you.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna head home and get dinner.
okay, yeah, no, thank
Thank
you,
you very
have a good
much.
night.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, planning commission schedule, enhanced energy plan, public hearing dates. So, the enhanced energy plan is coming to us late, significantly late, so now it's basically coming up at the same time that the whole town plan is due.
Right, so I talked to Jeremy and Logan at Rutland Regional Planning Commission today because I had asked Logan to help me with the hearing paperwork that has to be done because we have to send it to 9 towns because we have 9 adjoining towns. And then we have to notify certain entities about it and everything. And I asked him, can you please check over what I did to make sure it was right? He sent me templates. I changed them to Pittsford, sent them back to him. And then he had a conversation with Jeremy today. And I had told the planning commission the next meeting, or, you know, the meeting that they had last week, that, you know, we're under some tight deadlines because we need to do zoning, subdivision, and then town plan, and hopefully all of them by the end of the year, so that we can get full grant money. Otherwise, we're gonna have to pay back some of the grant. And Jeremy and Logan both agreed that if we're already going to be adopting a new town plan in the next 8 months, it doesn't make sense to do an amendment on the town plan, because that's what an enhanced energy plan is an amendment to the town plan. They said just wait and do the hearings all at once and put the enhanced energy plan into the new town plan. And then that way it's one hearing, but covers the enhanced energy as part of the new. It would save us time, energy, resources to
All
do
right,
it that way.
not happy about it. But if that's the way it has to be, that's the way it has to be.
It's gonna be overall, it's gonna.
I know,
it's gonna
it's
save us.
really, we should have had that
It's been
enhanced energy
dragging,
plan a year and a half ago.
Dragon.
Yep. So then that's-
But we're here now. We will work
Get
with
it
what we
done.
have.
And the planning commission, like I said, in my, town manager's report is definitely looking for public input, especially since they're gonna be doing zoning, bylaw updates. And then they're looking at adding subdivision bylaws. So,
Are they coordinating with regional?
yes,
on that?
yes, they're working on Logan.
But even remember Logan said that he did some last year and the legislature changed the rules.
Changed the
So
rules.
it's like, okay,
Yeah.
Why do it?
start again,
Mhm.
you know, so it's been frustrating to say the least.
Well, this is important too with the new provisions under Act 250 in towns with
Mhm.
zoning and subdivision. As far as high density residential. So it's something we shouldn't drag too long on, cause I
No,
think
he-
there's a sunset on that Act 250 provision of 2026.
I'm not sure. I know our town plan is up for renewal and has to be renewed and approved by the select board. and by someone else by February 6th, 2026. So if we can bump
That's when our
it,
town plan,
our town plan is
February 26th.
It's February 2026. I think it's February 6th, 2026.
Very
So
specifically.
I don't think there's anything that prevents us from renewing the bylaws ahead of schedule, am I right?
No, there's nothing prohibiting. That's what we're pushing to do
Yeah.
so that we
Would that
can.
be ahead of schedule?
It would be, if we can get it done by December 31st, we'll be ahead of schedule.
Okay,
And we'll have met our obligations for the grant we have
That's the
Okay.
point.
without having to pay anything back.
Okay.
So that's what we're trying to do, is to have everything done by December 31st. So that we don't have to pay part of a grant back.
Right. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, and Logan already went through all our bylaws and took a look at it to keep it updated for the new laws, and then switched some of that language. So we already have that. That was really helpful.
Yeah, he brought that to us.
Yeah.
Last meeting, I've printed the
Yeah.
2019 approved zoning bylaws. They're on my desk. I've emailed the planning commission to let them know that they're there to pick up. And like I said, I put the enhanced energy plan on our town website so people can read through it and look at it. And then the planning commission's welcoming comments and suggestions from
Okay.
the public, even though we haven't had a hearing yet on them.
Right.
If somebody from the public wants to comment.
so the proposed revisions are up,
The enhanced energy plan revisions are up. The zoning
not
bylaw,
the bylaws?
no,
Okay,
they just started them last week.
Mm.
So they meet again April 24th. They're starting at 6:30 instead of 7 to have an extra half hour to try to get through a good chunk of zoning.
haven't heard any discussion in Montpelier about changing the rules again, have you?
I don't know, I heard, there's, you never know,
Yeah, wait 10 minutes.
I know. I heard
You're gonna-
discussions about some things that would require every town to have zoning and just, yeah, I don't know. I'm not in any of the committees that discuss that stuff, so I hear things, you know, in the hallway, in the cafeteria.
Lucky.
I'll look into it though and see if I can find out any details.
Managed to pass some kind of change.
I know. I know. I'll look into it.
Okay.
All right, so I guess we're just, for now, just gonna, yeah,
That's a good schedule.
It is a quick schedule.
yeah, okay. John has done this before. You've been
Yeah.
through the whole process before, right?
No.
Oh, you
no,
haven't?
no, I haven't.
Oh, I thought
yeah.
you were with the last town plan.
No.
Oh, okay,
I was a lister then.
okay,
Lister.
All right.
back then.
okay. All right, Rutland County Solid Waste District appointment form,
Well, we have a resignation
we have
before that.
resignation, I
Yeah.
saw that. Oh, that's right, I skipped right over that unintentionally. So yeah, so Bill Drummond has resigned as,
The alternate.
our alternate, so then I guess we just need to advertise for,
We're going to have to
An
advertise
alternate?
for an alternate.
yeah, so if anybody's interested in being on the Rutland County Solid Waste District, what does that entail, so people know, like, how often do they meet, and I don't think often at all, right?
It's either monthly or quarterly. I
Yeah,
can't
I thought it was
remember.
I was
quarterly.
thinking
Um,
quarterly, but I might be wrong.
Nancy, who's our first person,
Yeah, right,
she attends regularly.
Okay.
and, so the alternate would just be to fill in
Fill
if
in.
she's not there,
Yep.
that kind of thing.
okay,
And I did finally meet Nancy.
yeah,
The
she's
other
really
day.
nice,
She's a good one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know her, I had to call her and I didn't have her phone number, so I emailed her, cause I did have her email, and I was like, we have a packet that was dropped off to you, can you please come pick it up? Or tell me where to drop it off to? She was very nice, she came right in.
Yeah, yeah, she's great,
Nice lady.
yeah.
Do the alternates attend the meetings or only when?
They
do?
should.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
should or they
Yeah,
can,
sure, yeah.
I mean, I'm alternate for TAC, but I plan on going just so I know what's going on.
Good, because I missed this one, I am the rep for TAC, but I, didn't make this one. Well, thanks.
Not a problem.
I think we were on the floor when that meeting happened, otherwise I would have zoomed in. All right, any questions on the orders? I had none. Okay, you could send those around, we'll start signing those.
So this first one, I think just Alicia has to sign it. It's the authorization form for Rutland County Solid Waste for Nancy.
Listen, it's driving me nuts. You said that we had, what, I gotta sign this?
Yeah.
We have 9 adjoining towns. I only know, all right, so we got Chittenden, West Rutland, Rutland Town, Mendon, Hubbardton, Brandon, Proctor. Who am I what are the other 2 I'm forgetting?
Castleton
Castleton.
and Sudbury.
Just on one corner of West Rutland,
Yeah, well,
Where?
tiny quarter,
Do you
over a couple
on the forest.
No,
property.
okay,
Yeah.
all right, so then what's the 9th?
Signature. Yeah. I'll reprint this one and just.
What's the
pass it
9th
on.
and
Sudbury.
Sudbury? We touched Sudbury too?
Yeah.
Out off of Old Hubbardton.
Yep,
Sheesh.
yep.
Believe me, we had maps out.
I know, I know, when I first got on, I
Heard you
don't know if
say.
it was when I first got on the board, but I saw, Chad took me around, we like drove the perimeter of Pittsburgh and it's huge.
Mhm.
But I didn't remember Castleton and Sudbury. Now I know.
Never really thought of it.
Are the crime, statistics just FYI?
Yes.
Yeah, we get
Yeah.
those
Oh.
monthly, I guess.
No,
That's,
All right, now which,
that's nice.
okay, I was absent, so I'll just file.
okay. I don't know where I'm supposed to,
Where it says select board. Bottom. Center. Yeah.
oh, there's no line, it was throwing me off.
I can fill in the rest of it.
Okay, good, cause look, I'm holding up the line here.
I had it all nicely filled out and then we got the resignation letter and I was like, okay, start over.
I didn't save any papers this week.
Oh, did you find that? I realized I
No,
never
I
responded
had
to
a
your
post-it
email.
note on one of those that said only these 3 people can sign this one.
Uh,
No, I don't know what happened to that.
Got up marked away. Somewhere.
It's like a certain someone's keys in the office that keep walking away.
Oh,
Hey, I found mine.
Good.
It actually fit the front door. First time I've ever tried them.
You know your door code?
all right,
I think it was on the
you don't
tag.
need to sign that.
Okay,
I think that must be what it is the number on there, so I assume that's it. We'll find out. If I try it someday and the alarms all go off, I'll know it's not the phone.
All right, if there's nothing else, I will, take a motion, please, to go into executive session in accordance with 1 VSA 313A. Where premature general public knowledge would clearly place the municipality or person involved at a substantial disadvantage to discuss pending or probable civil litigation or prosecution to which the public body is or may be a party. 1 VSA 313A1E to include the interim town manager.
I so moved.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're done with the open part of our meeting. Thank you. Bye, Donna. Bye, Pete.